Well, Akiva Eldar is a senior columnist for Al Monitor. He joins us now live from Tel Aviv. Thanks so much for speaking to us. You know, we just heard some rather frustrated voters there. If they are indicative of the wider public, people don't want to go back to the polls. How could that frustration actually affect a second election? Who might pay the highest price?
I believe that the incumbents will pay the price because regardless of what is the name of the politician, the person, which is, of course, Lieberman, who will be blamed for this chaos, I think that people will look for a change, for something new. You know, Israel's claim to fame is that we are the best democracy in the Middle East. If this is democracy, people would wonder, how does dictatorship look? So I really believe that Netanyahu will lose his power because actually it all started, this whole chaos, because his attempt to save his neck from trial and from jail. Why did we go for elections in April? This was not the original date. This was because Netanyahu wanted to gain some more time and maybe to manipulate the Attorney General and the rule of law.
Okay. So if then Netanyahu does lose this next election, do you think it could give an opportunity to the left in Israel to make some sort of comeback?
Only if the Israeli left and center will merge or will join forces and work together with the Arab minority, whether the two Arab parties will remerge again. They were at the top. At the maximum, they had 13 seats. They went down to 10. If there will be a positive momentum that will convince the Israeli floating voters, I'm not talking about the hardcore settlers and those people who believe that Netanyahu should be the king of Israel. I'm talking about people who really despise what's going on right now with Netanyahu trying to form a personal law and attacking the Supreme Court and civil rights. So there is a chance to you. I mean, if they ride on this momentum, they can do it.
Okay. You know, from what we understand, coalition talks fell apart mostly over the issue of Orthodox Jews serving or not serving in the military. What does that say to you about the divides, both social and political, in Israel today?
Well, I'm sure that I will not surprise you if I will tell you that this was just a hook on which Lieberman has tailored his campaign against Netanyahu. It has nothing to do with the need, which actually the army says it doesn't need the Orthodox to be conscribed. The Israeli society is split, but not on this. This is a very marginal issue that could be solved in no time. Lieberman needed something that will help him to create some kind of commitment to his line, to his red lines that he put. He said, if you remember, before the previous elections, that if he will be the Minister of Defense in 48 hours, Haniyeh, the leader of Hamas, is a dead man. And this turned him into the national clown. So now he had to prove that he has a commitment to values, to principles, and he's willing to play it to the end. And he became a hero for 48 hours. But this will be forgotten. But what will not be forgotten is, as you mentioned, Andrea, before, it will cost a fortune. People, I mean, in Israel, the election day is a holiday. They don't work. So it will cost millions of dollars to the taxpayers and people, as you heard from people in the street. They really don't like it.
Right. Okay. Akiva Eldar, we're going to have to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining us there from Tel Aviv.